Alicia Keys is a goddamn lesbian. On waking up, the guy's pin was here. Why was your pin there, Carmen? Hello! Welcome back to my channel! I am so happy to see you all here. It's been a while and I missed you all. So today I am coming with a new series on this channel we are going to call Hair and History. In this series, what we will do is I will be doing my hair or any other person's hair who can be around. So if you'd like to be part of this thing, hit me up in the comment section. Let's talk about it. While we discuss someone who has been going crazy, historical event, a scandal, or any other thing that is relevant at that time. So on this first episode, we are going to talk about somebody who has been making waves. She is about to crush the entire entertainment industry foundation from the top to the bottom. I'm not talking Cameroon. I'm talking Hollywood foundation. This shit. So let's get into it. First of all, let me take these earrings off. We're not going to use them. But then the things I'm going to use for this video, I have 2 combs I'm going to use, a couple of rubbers, some pins, and this guy. Without any further ado, let's get into it. 2020 came out and everybody has been scared because we have been wondering who it is who will be exposed next. As 2020 showed up, this lady called Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright came on as a storm. She has been breaking down boundaries, destroying foundations. She has been bringing people's names to the mud. She dropped right from Beyonce to Jay-Z to Clive Davis. It doesn't matter if you're an actor, a singer, a producer, a Hollywood, whoa. It doesn't matter who you are. She is out for blood. And she has no intentions of stopping anytime soon. In order for her to bring out these truths she alleges, she said she had to also bring out her own past. And in that she declared that she's bisexual. It means she sleeps with both men and women. That she doesn't love someone for their sex. She loves them for who they are as a person. Jaguar Wright went on to disgrace people. She alleges that Mary J. Blige is gay and she is a lesbian. She separated from her husband, not because her husband cheated, but because Mary J. Blige was sleeping with the woman the husband allegedly cheated on her with. Do you understand what I'm? This is crazy. She's been driving the whole. So for us to understand who Jaguar Wright is, we would like to know who she is first of all. Before we come to why is she doing all of this? Is anything she's saying true or false? Is she just blowing a wind or is there some truth? So let's know who is Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright was born on May 17, 1977 as Jacquelyn Suzette Wright-Johnson. She is better known by her name Jaguar Wright, which is a stage name she adopted as an American R&B and neo-soul singer. So she is a songwriter, a narrator as well. And she is part of the Okayplayer collective. Jaguar has performed and collaborated along with big names in the industry as The Roots, Jay-Z's, Blackalicious, many of whom she is now accusing of several heinous crimes and just disgusting things. Jaguar Wright was brought to the attention of the hip-hop group The Roots in 1998. Do you know The Roots? Hey! The Roots! They are the centerpiece of The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and they have singers like Common. Common is one of the people that Jaguar Wright has been hammering on. So Jaguar Wright was brought to the attention of this group, The Roots, with whom she has performed in 1998. And after that, her career went from just performing with The Roots to performing as backup singer for Jay-Z in 2001. Also, she appeared in a Coca-Cola advert as part of the brand's new soul campaign. She released 2 solo albums titled Daniel's Delusion Decisions in 2002, and also she released another one, Divorcing Neo to Marry Soul, in 2005. She has been doing it. And one thing that nobody counteracts is how good Jaguar Wright's voice is. Jaguar Wright also recorded an album titled And the Point Is, which was due for release in 2003, MCA Records, but was never released because the records folded up, closed down. 2 new songs surfaced in 2007, Beautiful and Surely Shady. Yes, she's naughty. And although these songs never saw a release, yeah, she dropped them on her space. This girl has been radical from day one. She also toured every year since her debut album was released, and in March 2008 she toured Europe with Bahamadia and Hezekiah for the Philip Sounds tour. Wright did not perform any new material on the tour, but did live cover versions of Charles Saturday's Love and Krista's Water Gypsy Woman, She's Homeless. During the tour, Wright announced that she was in process of writing a novel and working on a 3rd album, which no release dates were given for. She sure was writing a novel because that novel is juicy and she has been spilling a lot of tea. In 2019, Jaguar released a 5-song EP titled Lost on Bootcamp. And since then, Jaguar has just been touring. But as 2020 came around, Jaguar changed the beat and the tunes of the entertainment industry. Jaguar has been going around spilling the beans on everyone. But she first of all made headlines when she went on her social media, notably Instagram, regarding issues such as the trajectory of her music career, her fallout with several members of the Roots band, which she has been performing with, as well as her grievances with artists such as Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, Mary J. Blige, as well as the startling allegations that her then boyfriend Common sexually or almost sexually assaulted her. When those allegations came out, Jaguar Wright came on and said no, she did not say that he sexually assaulted her, but that she was with him in a room. Then, on waking up, the guy's pin was here. Why was your pin there, Common? I'm just asking just to know, it's not like... Okay. That one is going nowhere, evidently. Well, now that is the grammatics that Wikipedia give. Let us digest the real story according to Jaguar Wright. This is not my story to tell though. What happened first of all is that Jaguar Wright had a rant on her social media. First of all, she was angry that because one of the members of the Roots band passed, may he so rest in peace. And according to Jaguar Wright, the Roots members did not pay him the right respect and family members according to the way they were supposed to, given that he was one of the founding members of the band. As a result of that started gaining traction in Hollywood. A lot of people were catching attention to it, like, oh, who is this girl and why is she talking about all of this? Why is she talking about Common? And Jaguar Wright came and said, hey, out y'all, the Roots is not even the first thing I'm going to talk about because that is the least on my list. So she had an interview with this YouTube channel. I've forgotten, I'll leave the link here. And the YouTube channel was asking her about people in the industry and other issues. She was on a rant. She blasted every single one of them. Yes, she was not laughing about it. What we call blasting of the millennium. As she went on this blasting rant, she started catching the attention of many people because people were wondering, hey, what about you talking about? Is it real? Does it make sense? Is what she's talking about even making sense? Or there are people who believe her, there are some who don't. Some, especially the artists in the entertainment industry, they don't believe a thing she says. Jaguar Wright alleges that Puff Daddy is a pedophile and that Mary J. Blige serves as a recruiter for Puff Daddy. And she is angry that people are talking only about the known pedophiles who have been locked up, but no one is talking about the ones who are still roaming the streets and causing harm, like Puff Daddy. Allegedly. And she also alleges that Mary J. Blige is a lesbian, and the woman they suppose, because Mary J. Blige separated from her husband of many years just some time ago, and a lot of people were blaming the husband of many years for cheating on Mary J. Blige. But Jaguar Wright says that the girl who allegedly was Mary J. Blige's husband's girlfriend was actually Mary J. Blige's girlfriend. Boom goes the dynamite. See, if you thought Jaguar Wright, she went for that on Alicia Keys. She said Alicia Keys is a goddamn lesbian. That let her come out of the closet. She and Mary J should come out of the closet and stop lying to people that they are both lesbians sleeping with girls. Okay, hold that thought. While Jaguar Wright was going on these things, she also talked about people like Aaliyah, the late R&B singer. She used to be under R. Kelly, and yes, Jaguar Wright also says R. Kelly is a goddamn pedophile, sex offender, and all of that he's accused of, and much more. And she says there are many more of them in the industry. And the reason they have not been called out is because they are still acting by the rules, allegedly. As she was catching the attention of the entire internet, there is this YouTuber called Storm Monroe. His fans caught the attention of this lady who was going around spilling beans. The kind of beans that Storm Monroe has been alleging on his channel as well as his mentee Tasha K. So his fans went under Jaguar Wright and told Jaguar Wright, hey girl, you're spilling all this tea around town, why don't you just come and spill it under our channel with Storm Monroe? What do you think? And Jaguar Wright was like, hey, this guy has a good following, so I'll do it. Yes. So Jaguar Wright called on Storm Monroe and was like, hey guy, your people have been under my post saying that they want an interview with me and you, so what do you say? And Storm Monroe was like, yes, let's do it. So they went for the interview. That interview was the interview that was to close all interviews in 2020. Yes, the interview Storm Monroe had, from the first one he had, it went viral, like viral news. It was wild. Big channels in the US were talking about it. Like everybody was talking about the Jaguar Wright interview with Storm Monroe. People were like, okay. So this brought Jaguar Wright's allegations to a bigger audience. Yes. Because before, when she was saying it, those people followed her and the people she was mentioning in the things were getting it. But when she went on Storm Monroe's show and they had that explicit almost 3 or 4 hours interview, I watched it and I was like, girl, this is really crazy. In the interview, she brought a lot of people into the allegations of sex trafficking. And the most important thing Jaguar Wright mentioned is that all of this, she has one aim: to stop somebody who allegedly is the worst in the industry, that is Clive Davis. That she wants to stop Clive Davis because Puff Daddy and any other pedophile or any other alleged pedophile or child sex offender and all of those who are working are all working for Clive Davis. During this interview, she gave a lot of allegations on people here and there, and if you've not watched the interview, go watch it. Can't add the millions of views already there. It's long. So she had a lot to say about a lot of people generally. Now, Hollywood was going crazy. Why is this woman spilling beans like this? This kind of beans is not good. So we were expecting the Hollywood stars to start coming out and debunking her and all of that, but most of them were, for the most part, quiet. So a lot of people started saying, if they are quiet, does it mean that this lady is telling the truth? Why are they suddenly so quiet? And she had a couple more interviews with Storm Monroe. When she had these interviews, one of the people affected was Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys came out and alleged that she doesn't know Jaguar Wright. And so Jaguar Wright also came out and said, no, I know you. How can you say you don't know me? And now this is where we get into another messy part of it. As a result of the interviews Jaguar Wright was giving to Storm Monroe, which blew up numbers, his mentor, Tasha K, decided, after she said she will not have an interview with Jaguar Wright for any reason in the world, she decided again that, I might as well have this interview with her. She's giving Storm Monroe all these millions of views. Why don't I go and sip from this fountain? In fact, let me go and chop my own national cake. So she organized an interview with Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright came for the interview. So on her day, she usually calls Okayplayer Friday, which is a day where she discusses general things. She just curses people out. On that day, she did a replay of that. She finally posted the interview. And men say people came for Tasha K. I watched the interview. People said Tasha K was being condescending to Jaguar Wright. She was being mean. She was not understanding, not compassionate to her pain. She was not a good interview. She was condescending. She was a narcissist and all of that. During this interview, I got to learn a lot about Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright said growing up, she had been gang raped a couple of times, raped by several people also, and also growing up in the industry, she went through a lot, not only from her family, but from the industry people, and which is what got a lot of people to sympathize with Jaguar Wright. So many were not seeing why it was difficult for Tasha K to sympathize with Jaguar Wright. So many people came for Tasha K after that interview. Merde, they drove, they shot out of Tasha K. They drove her for field. But before the interview, Tasha K said she did that interview because Alicia Keys called her, sent her a message and said she doesn't know Jaguar Wright. Doesn't mean that she did that interview because of Alicia Keys, because she said she will not do it. Tasha K, you have had a bad interview. After the interview had aired and people drove her to the mud, she came with another video saying that she is debunking all the lies, unwinding the lies Jaguar Wright told on her channel. It was a whole mess. People came again for her. People were so pissed about it and came for her. And Jaguar Wright, in response, posted a video on her Instagram saying that she understands that Tasha K is being used by Alicia Keys, and Alicia Keys has been sent by Clive Davis. You see how the spiral is going, right? It's a mess. Clive Davis sent Alicia Keys to come and intoxify Tasha K to debunk Jaguar Wright. That's what Jaguar Wright alleged on her live video. So if you've not watched that video, and she said a whole lot of things too. If you've not watched the video, it's in my channel. Just go there and watch it. Just basically, it seems from what we understand now, Tasha K is having like a bad moment with her mentee, Storm Monroe, because Storm Monroe seems to believe everything or most of what Jaguar Wright says, why Tasha K doesn't believe a word she says. And so as a result of that, there are also allegations of a drift between them. But then, Jaguar Wright is still on the roll. Let's look at everything Jaguar Wright has talked about. from the allegations of sex trafficking, allegations of people paying bad deals, assigning their souls over to the devil in the entertainment industry, and people using them, sleeping with them for contracts, for things like that. Let's look at it. If you have been anywhere near the entertainment industry, it doesn't matter the country you are in, you will see that there are some merits to what Jaguar Wright is saying. The entertainment industry is shit sometimes. Come, let's say to Cameroon. There are people going around spreading lies about actors and actresses. An actor or a man will not sleep with a woman, but he will go around spreading lies like, oh, he slept with this lady, he has slept with her. And then in another case, you have people who will tell you about how they had to sleep. Some actresses have been conditioned to think that they have to sleep with certain people in order to get roles. Some music deals, some people think they have to to sleep with certain people, do certain conditions to have certain music deals. And look, I'm not saying that everything Jaguar Wright says or alleges are true, but there is some merit to what she's saying. Yes, I see it very plausible. A lot of what she's saying is plausible. Yes, because the entertainment industry is definitely a very, very dangerous ground. Very dangerous one. Even at the smallest level you are at, you have things you don't even understand happening to you. You don't even know how it's going on. So we can never just say that this woman is just totally crazy and everything she's saying is not founded. No. Some of the things she's saying are really founded. And some of the things she's saying need a little more proof for people to believe. One of the members of the Woods came out, made a video on YouTube saying that she's exposing Jaguar Wright for being, that everything she says about the Woods is a fat lie, that this girl is just lying on us, but her career did not go well, so she's just trying to put everything on us. Okay, uncle. We don't know. We are just watching the drama unfold. What is our own self? Alright, let me finish the rest of my hair and come and let's conclude this video. I don't want it to be too long. Okay, so finally done with it. Easy. This is one of my best protective styles, a twist out. The story is still unfolding and we are following it up as it is going. So if anything comes up and you would like me to bring it back to our attention, or you would like me to talk about the connection between Storm Monroe, Tasha K and all of that, let me know and I will do my due diligence to bring it to you. Do you see that? Yeah, just do that. You just start acting like a rock star. Like, what do you think about this story? Jaguar Wright will continue spilling beans, and she has been alleging that there are people out there who want to kill her. She alleged in the interview she had with Tasha K that the last time she heard, the bounty placed on her head was $500,000. And she is currently moving from one state to the other, and it's been her habit, and she's not doing it because she's scared, because she has always been moving around like that. She has never lived in the same place for more than 4 months, according to what Jaguar Wright said. And so she is going to do everything possible to spill the beans. Jaguar Wright is currently married. She says he caught her because he is her safe place, and he is a person she finds solace in. Beautiful. It's nice to have someone like that. And she and her husband are always traveling, moving around from one place to the other. And we hope to see where this story leads us. I still believe that there will be a day where we will have people come out and we will have a whole lot of stories on this, because she says what she wants is for there to be an arrest. That she's not doing this so that it just ends like that. She wants it to end up in an indictment, somebody being arrested. She wants it to end up in jail time, someone being locked up for the crimes they are committing, and she wants this thing happening in the entertainment industry to end. Thank you for watching. Tell me what other story you would like me to talk about, and let's just